inclined plane activity, grades 3 to 4. Okay, the objective of this activity is to discover the advantage of using an inclined plane to do work. Okay, so before you start this activity, there's background information on what an inclined plane is and how they're going to explore the distance and the amount of force that are changed when we use an inclined plane to lift an object. Some of the materials that you're going to be needing for this activity is a ruler, a meter stick. You're going to be using a spring scale. And again, please remind the students how to use a spring scale, not to pull on the spring scale or to place anything else that is not part of this activity. We don't want to ruin or snap the scale. We have a book. We have little sticker dots you could use as masking tape. We have string, extra rubber bands, and also a ramp or an inclined plane. So the very first thing what we're going to do is you're going to need a flat wall in your classroom. And what the kids are going to do is they're going to go ahead and take their ruler. If I can find my ruler, where did I? Oh, here it is. Here's my ruler. And they're going to go ahead and go up to the wall and they're going to measure 10 centimeters. So here's 10 centimeters. And while they're measuring, they're also going to measure 15 centimeters because they're going to be using 15 centimeters a little later. All right, so the first thing they're going to do is they're going to take this book, and I like to use a rubber band, and wrap this rubber band towards one of the edges of the book. And then what they're going to do is, this is the journal that they're going to be using for grades 3 to 4. And what they're going to do is they're going to go ahead and lift the book 10 centimeters. Actually, we're going to move this since we're lifting by itself without the ramp. We're going to go ahead and go right in the middle to do that. So 10 centimeters. They're going to go ahead and try to lift it 10 centimeters as best they can. And they're going to go ahead and look at their spring scale. And my spring scale says it's about 6.2 newtons. So I'm going to go ahead and record that, 6.2 newtons. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to lift it 15 centimeters. I'm going to go ahead and skip the inclined plane. I'm just going to lift it without the inclined plane first. Okay, my next measurement is all the way to 15 centimeters. And I'm going to go ahead and look at the newtons, and it is 6 newtons to lift it 15 centimeters. Now what I'm going to do is I am going to take my ramp and I'm going to find the 10 centimeter mark. And this is where I'm going to go ahead and move the rubber band closer to one of the edges. And then I'm going to put my book at the very bottom of the ramp, and I'm going to hook this up, and I am going to lift the book to the 10 centimeter mark and record, and it looks like I have about 3.5 newtons. So I'm going to go ahead and record that. It took 3.5 newtons to lift 10 centimeters up the inclined plane. Then you're going to do the same exact thing with the 15 centimeters. This whole activity is just supposed to let the students know that using the inclined plane, it's a lot easier to lift a weight. So now I'm going to go ahead and do 15. And 15, it is 4 newtons. So you're going to go ahead and just try to estimate the best you can, write down the force, 4 newtons, and then what is the advantage of using the inclined plane? It allows our job to be easier to lift heavy things. And you can use stickers, you can use masking tape to use as a little marker for the walls, and that's it.